Hello and welcome back to Blackwatch Intel, and my name is Crashy, and today we're going to be talking about Doomfist. So as you know, by now, Doomfist has been well covered. You know his abilities, you know he's an offense hero. I called it. If you haven't seen the video, I'll put it in the YouTube card so you can take a look at it, but I totally called it. I just had a feeling. I did say that I thought he might be like all melee, and he'd be a really like aggressive punching hero, and while he more or less is that, he's just not all melee. So pretty cool addition to kind of fill the cooldown space between his kit with the like the knuckle shotgun or the hand cannon, whatever it's actually called. So pretty cool, and his kit's overall very fun. Like, it's very fluid, very fun. It's hard to tell where he stands balance wise. We'll have to find out with much more testing, and he'll have to hit live to know if he's OP for sure. But he's pretty nuts, and he's very mobile, and he just overall is very fun. So with that said, the core of this discussion, talking about Doomfist, is the implications of having him join the dive comp. Now obviously, dive comp, as you know it, pretty standard dive comp: Winston, Diva, Genji, Tracer, Ana or Zen, and Lucio, something like that. It's pretty standard dive comp. Well, now we have Doomfist, and Doomfist is not only very mobile, he's probably the most mobile character in the game next to Tracer. Tracer probably beats him out speed-wise and you know, kind of flexibility-wise, because she has her rewind and her blinks that kind of infinitely come back, while he has to actually wait for some cooldowns for his mobility. But ultimately, she's a lot smaller than him as well, so mobility-wise, I think she takes it in terms of agility, but he's pretty fast. He's pretty mobile, and unless Genji's getting resets, he's probably more mobile than Genji. So the dive comp has gained another asset, and with his charging punch going through shields, I have to say, rest in peace, Reinhardt. You were already on your slow grave, your slow deathbed into the grave, and now I think this is finally sunk it for you. Reinhardt is dead. He's gone. I don't like to throw words like that out easily, but I do think that Reinhardt's he's gonna need something. And this actually brings me to a tweet that I put out not too long ago, in saying that I wish some of the tanks in the game did a little bit less damage and were more tanks, you know, like really solid tanks. And maybe that's something we'll see for Reinhardt in the future. Who knows? How crazy would it be if Reinhardt was essentially the same strength he is now, but had like an 800 health pool, you know, to his name? How crazy would that be? I actually don't think it'd be that insane, considering the bastard just stands there with a shield all the time. So we'll have to see what's in the future for Reinhardt. But for now, Doomfist is here. He's insanely awesome. We know he's going to fit into dive comp, and we have no idea where he sits balance-wise. With all of that said, I want to take a look at what bringing new heroes into the game does. And I think we did a video on meta shifts as well, how certain balance changes don't have to actually happen to create meta shifts. And there was something, although I do say that, there was something specifically that happened recently that I think is going to bring a new hero to the forefront in terms of dealing with dive comp, and that's Reaper. Now, Reaper recently saw changes to his kit, bringing in the lifesteal rather than the post-kill lifesteal or the post-kill heal that he got. And while that was already kind of bringing the viability of Reaper up a little bit more, I think this all-in-your-face, you know, kind of aggressive, brawly type style of play that Doomfist is going to introduce on top of the ridiculous dive comp is going to make Reaper insane. On defense, that is. So I think that's my prediction for now. I don't know. I can't say indefinitely. I do think that defense Reaper is going to be something to be watched out for, because all in all, Doomfist is not very tanky. He's a 250 health target, and he has this very sustaining mechanic with his passive that, you know, keeps him in the fights and keeps him getting a little bit beefier as he's dueling. But so does Reaper, and Reaper does more damage at that distance, in my opinion. I think Doomfist is burstier, can put out a good set of DPS, has a lot of control and mobility, but I think Reaper wins that 1v1. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for the meta of Overwatch, for the, you know, the sad times of Reinhardt and what's to come for him, the future and viability of Reaper going forward, and all in all, we're going to have a crazy time coming up soon. So if you haven't played him, take a look at the gameplay in the background. I think it was really fun to go on ahead and get my hands on him. It's hard to just tell what's going on. There's so many Doomfists going around in the air, but it was pretty fun. So if you liked the video, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe, because we're going to be putting out videos almost daily. I appreciate you for stopping by this video, and I will see you for the next one.